Now, two advocates, two more people I want to hear from. Extraordinary advocates who represent organizations that have led the way on these issues for a long time. And I know they felt a tremendous sense of satisfaction a few years ago when everyone agreed on congestion pricing, and they're feeling real urgency about the need to get it done. First, League of Conservation Voters obviously understands this is about so many elements of what we need to address, including the fact that if we don't get people out of their cars, if we don't turn to mass transit, we will not be able to save this earth. And the League has been a very powerful voice for change and has won many victories because of it. It's my very great pleasure to introduce the president of the New York League of Conservation Voters, Julie Tighe.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mayor. Thank you for including us today, and thank you for all you're doing to help ensure that congestion pricing moves forward. Like many others, we're very excited and happy that Polly Trottenberg helped make sure that the Biden administration removed the impediments that we have. We certainly went to her first and foremost and said, we need to get this done. And we want to thank Senator Schumer and Congressman Jeffries and Congressman Espaillat for all the work they did, A, to help move the Biden administration to make sure we're moving forward with this as quickly as possible, but B, for all of the funding that they're providing to the MTA to help us move forward with congestion pricing and to make sure that the MTA has as many resources as possible as part of the infrastructure plan as well as part of the recovery plan. We've been advocating for congestion pricing for more than a decade, and we're very excited that it got implemented from the state legislature. We thank you, Senator Ramos, Senator Assemblyman Carroll, and all the others in Albany who helped get that done, and the governor for leading on that front. Now, as you pointed out, Mr. Mayor, is the time for us to actually move forward for this and get it done. Last year, we saw how much of improvement we could see in our air quality when we had all the traffic was down for obviously a very unfortunate reason, but there was a 25% decrease in air pollution, which showed that we can really make a big difference with our air quality, in particular in communities of color and disadvantaged communities that are overburdened with this air pollution. Based on what's happened in other places that have implemented congestion pricing, we expect that we will see a decrease of 2.1 billion greenhouse gas emissions per year, which is a lot and a big way to go to help reduce our emissions. We also know that in Stockholm, children's hospitalizations from asthma decreased by nearly 50% when they implemented congestion pricing. So this isn't just about fighting climate change. It's not just about air quality. It's also about public health, in particular for our children. And school absenteeism's #1 cause in New York City is asthma. So it's really time for us to make sure that we're investing in our mass transit because we cannot drive our way out of the climate crisis. So I too commend Sherif Soliman for his appointment. I know he'll be a great advocate. He's very, very smart, very considerate in making sure that this is going to move forward in a way that makes sense for New York City and for our entire region. And I want to thank you for moving this forward and work with you to help urge the governor and the MTA to make sure we get this done as quickly as possible. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Julie. And Julie, you get soundbite of the day already. We cannot drive our way out of the climate crisis. I really appreciate that. Powerfully said. And thank you for connecting all the dots there because, yeah, this helps us on so many levels. But we've really got to move with urgency, and your support and your organization's support is going to help us get there. So thank you so much. Now, another one.